Ghanatube, so I was in formatting CD and not just saying some. I would be a person ever or my gun in Palo. Ye bubble room near Rockety in Semi, Nasa Ba, not near Cowan Media Twasso Eddie Amount.
In other stories, Finance Minister Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam has warned he risks jail term if he refuses to put the mini budget before Parliament. The Finance Minister has been absent from Parliament for 4 days in a row, leaving the budget for the first quarter of next year in limbo. Now, speaking on the floor of the House, Minority Leader Dr. Kesolatu Forson warned Dr. Amin Adam to be mindful of his duties or risk severe punishment.
The expenditure in advance of appropriations for January to March 2025, the Speaker, can be laid by any member on behalf of the Minister responsible for Finance. The Speaker, copies are before us. I have a copy. The Speaker, I'm sure you also have a copy. And I think this is not the presentation itself. It's laying of papers. The Speaker, there are occasions or instances that papers have been laid on behalf of a Minister of State. In the same vein, we have a Minister for Tourism before us. The Speaker, he is the available leader and he's a Minister for Tourism, a Cabinet Minister. The Speaker, I urge him to lay it on behalf of the Minister responsible for Finance. But if you don't want to do it, I can do it on your behalf. The Speaker, I also want to convey to the Minister and His Excellency the President that the Constitution places an obligation on the President to present to this House before the year ends expenditure in advance of appropriation for the first 3 months of the year 2025. And this is Article 80. The Speaker, aside that, the PFM Act, the Public Financial Management Act, places a responsibility on the Finance Minister to act on behalf of the President to present the estimate before us. And there are severe penalties for not doing it. There are severe penalties for not doing it, including a jail term. Severe penalties. So I just want to caution those in office to be aware of the constitutional provision and also to be aware of the PFM Act.
And now, but the majority side have been explaining that the minister will be in the House today to submit the document.
Appropriation on account from January to March 2025 is an important document. The Finance Minister ought to do that on behalf of the President. The Finance Minister have given indication that he's ready to do that, but he's unavailable, absent at the moment. So tomorrow it can be laid and taken, but for us to say that a different minister should do that, this is very important document. Without authorization, neither does he have any indication to do so. Mr. Speaker, as a deputy majority whip, I can say that I have had that conversation, and the Finance Minister will do that tomorrow.
You had a conversation with the President?
Yes, and that will be, the indication is that tomorrow.
I don't want us to come tomorrow and we are told that I don't have authority to do 1, 2, 3. Then you are the same leaders who say you don't want us to sit on Saturday. And tomorrow is Friday. If we don't do that, it means that this item might not be taken by the House before we transit to the next government. And you know, it's very easy to do it. The next government can come on the next day if they come and present it, and the House will have to work on it, and it is done. And you will be setting a very bad precedent. You know, you'll be setting a very bad precedent, and it's not for your health.
Still on the matter, the majority sought to blame the NDC for the delay and were shut down by the Speaker. What really happened? Let's take a look.
Today, we are talking and reminding each other about the law. We should do that. The majority had recalled Parliament purposely to do this. But we were rather busy fighting about who become minority and majority. So tomorrow it will be done, Mr. Speaker.
You are aware that the House had to be adjourned sine die because you boycotted sitting. Yesterday and 2 days ago, in my absence, you people made those statements as if either the Speaker or it's rather the minority that caused the delay in the presentation of this item. That is untrue. You know what happened. Because for good reason, we don't usually want to disclose so many things to the public. So please, don't push us to the corner. We'll be compelled to come in defense. And that will not be good for you. When I say you, I mean the New Patriotic Party and its future. I'm very clear in my mind about this. Don't push me to say things.
That there is the Speaker of Parliament. Now, in other stories, the 2024 flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has suggested that their campaign faced a significant communication disadvantage during the December 7th presidential election, largely due to the National Democratic Congress's dominance of key traditional media outlets. Speaking to NPP communicators at his residence yesterday for the very first time since the December 7th election, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia acknowledged the party's efforts during the campaign, but noted that the media imbalance hindered their electoral strategy. Yes, more.
It was a big disappointment. There's no doubt about it when the results came. Why was it a disappointment? Because all the work we had done was pointing to the fact that we would win this election. There was clear evidence on the ground as we went to all the 276 constituencies. It was clear that we were going to do well, but on the day of the election, something was amiss. Turnout was so low, and everybody was wondering what was happening. Why? Where are people? I must say, like I said, we worked very hard in the campaign. I must tell you that I'm very proud of the communication team. Very, 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 very proud. We did very well. You did an excellent job. I must congratulate you. We dominated the NDC in social media. By far, very, very clearly. And we were working against their ownership of or support from key media houses, isn't it? Yeah. So which put that as a disadvantage in many ways in terms of the communication field, because we had a lot of these key media houses who were not on our side, and so we had to. But you fought very hard every time you had the opportunity. I've been following the communications very closely over the campaign because I wanted to know how things were going across the space.
I was here for me now, as I said, Mudi Mechi, Equity, and some air coso, or Manganamu, wait, dear, Midamubesi, and so many major comments. No, Emma may our comments actually. That would be Ewan sending now no for our comments in the Ebra and Magic Bread. I can kind. Ama Fefe, make I will be set channel way, Ghanatube. So don't forget to subscribe, hit on the notification bell, share, and like all our videos. I was here for Snowy Day. Sisi Ade, Macramo.